Hi everyone, thank you for everybody that booked the special event. This is very exciting. I decided to clip this to the beginning. Down in the description box, you're going to see your name for those of you that are expecting your reading today. And next to your name, there will be a timestamp that will lead you directly to your reading. I'm going to have to upload this as a part 1, part 2. Not going to happen. Hopefully, I don't think that's going to be an issue for the other ones, just this particular one, because in the past 2 days, I've been without Wi-Fi. Those of you that are members already know that. So I have been traveling outside of home to have access to Wi-Fi, and when I don't have access to Wi-Fi, things don't load very well. So that's what I'm trying to do right now, but the Wi-Fi that I do have access to is not as fast. So I had to limit this video to 3 hours, which is, still pretty long. So what I'm gonna do is upload this in 2 parts to, see if, it'll upload better. And usually the first half of the video will includes the ritual, and then the second half of the same video includes the reads. But this one's just going to include the reads, and the part 2 is going to include the ritual, along with, I think, 1 additional person. Whoever gets singled out, I'm sorry. It was just your clip was clipped together with the ritual. There is no other way to make this upload right now. So I do apologize, but I did want to get it up as promised. And I'm hoping as soon as this one gets up, I'll post a part 2. If I have any issues, it'll be taken care of tomorrow, and everyone else should go as planned because I already called the company. Thank you guys. I'm so excited to have done this, and I hope that you guys have been, I got really good feedback on the last one, and I hope that you guys make use of it. It's interesting because, they're private, but some of you have been commenting down below that what you've been doing is just clicking other people's readings, like whatever name you feel guided to, and somehow you've been able to resonate with some of them, and but that's how the divine works, So if anyone feels guided to do that, more power to you. There are no accidents. Somebody commented that on the last one. I found that really interesting, and I'm like, you know what, that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. In the same way that you can, how some readers post for astrology, your sign, based off your chart, but you can really click whatever you feel guided to. So I found that to be interesting. Anyway, thank you guys for bearing with me with this. I feel like I'm stuck in the 90s with this Wi-Fi issue. It's kind of hard. My daughter's laughing in the background. You too, right? How do you feel about that? Like when I was a kid? Yeah. We're trying. All right. Thank you guys. All right. I'll post part 2 with the ritual, and I'll make sure to add a different thumbnail so you know what it is. Love you guys. Big hugs. Hi. This one is for Marcia. How are you? Thank you so much for booking with me. I'm so excited. What is this card just sticking up here? Oh, okay. It's already the Magician, which is work. And that's literally, I'm looking to the left where I wrote down your questions, and that's literally your first question, which is, should I keep working with your friend? I'm going to channel a little bit, right? I'm sure if you booked, you already know my style. Channeling is the process of having a conversation with the other side, picking up on energy. And then I'm going to pull some cards. But I'm going to tell you, because that's how I confirm. So I can just pull the cards and tell you what it means, but it just gives an added confirmation when I tell you what I pick up on, and then the cards come out to confirm it. Marcia, I'm not sure what's going on with your friend and your friend's business. Not that I'm getting bad energy, so to say. Like, it's not particularly a place that you need to run out of, or or not work with her at all. Like nothing bad is going to happen as of, if you help her out or work with her on her business as of right now. But I just have to warn you, however, that I do see some kind of 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles energy in the future, okay? Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not even in this year and 2 years, okay? But in the future. And don't worry if I say some things because I'm channeling that don't make sense to you. I'm going to confirm now what those cards mean. The 5 of Swords and 7 of Swords is like trickery or sneaky behavior, something that involves in something that will result in some kind of loss due to somebody doing either something under the table or, you, and it might not even be directly to you. It could be something as simple as, she doesn't do her taxes or something, and then you are in the middle of it and something happens and then you go down along with her. These are just examples. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I do see some kind of loss and upheaval and issues with your friendship in the future if you do work on this with her. I have to be honest. Now, it's hard to make life decisions off a tarot reading, but I am 100% certain on the things I'll pick up, and I'm going to give you more confirmation. So what you decide to do now is really up to you. The divine saying, like it's going to be your choice what path you're going to go on. If you're going to work with her and then, but then you're going to have, but I'm going to tell you where it's going to go down the line if you do. They would rather you put that energy more into yourself and not mix your friendship with business. I have to be completely honest with you, and I'm going to pull cards to confirm that. But it's interesting, right? Because when I'm channeling, what they're showing me is like these beautiful cards in regards to the situation, and then like towards the end, like it just like doing a 180 and just these completely different type of cards. Right? Like of darker energy. And I'm not saying that she's a bad person. No. Okay? But business is business, right? So things can get complicated when you mix friendship and business. Business is business at the end of the day. And sometimes people make decisions that they shouldn't. I'm not sure. Or they let it get in the middle. They think about money before the friendship, or they do something in their own life that's a bad choice and you're in the middle of it. Okay? I don't know why I just saw the number 25 backwards. Not like reverse. Well, it could be 52, but I mean like literally upside down. Oh shit. With the death card. This may be one of these situations where I have to be completely honest. Like, time is an illusion. You didn't come here it's 2023. So you didn't ask me about the next 2 years. Oh, I'm not even like, do you know that my brain, for whatever reason, Marcia, can't process the fact that we're in 2023? I can't process it. I don't know what it is. I was born in the 80s. So like after, I think somewhere around 2015, my mind just like all the years just seem the same because it seems so far away from my birthday. I don't know. That makes no sense. Like, I don't even know what year I'm in. And like, because like my mind, when I think of 2025, it seems like it's so far away. Like my mind just stopped processing time. But my God, that's 2 years from now. That's nothing. 2 years is like this. I kid you not. In July, will complete 2 years in the Dominican Republic where I moved. I don't know where I have been for 2 years, but it does not feel like 2 years. 2 years, when you conceptualize it in your mind, sounds like a long time. What? It almost made me freak out because it kind of made me realize, like, what have I been doing for 2 years? I don't even feel settled in here yet. I gotta get it together. Whatever. 2025. That's what I'm saying. It's like, Look, with the Six of Wands in reverse that was just sitting here. The Six of Wands, it's public victory. It says victory, glory, and triumph. It's like something's going to go well. And then in 2025, either it's going to go bad for her in her business or something's going to end between, something's going to transform and end. Something's not going to go right in 2025. So it's like 2 years from now. So the divine brought you here. You can make your choice. You can work with her in her business like right now, but I'm going to tell you that you're given a choice right now of either going, we decide our life path, what kind of karma we want to learn. We decide our life path. So you can either take the life path of it going well right now, and then in 2025 you're gonna something's gonna happen, and it's gonna affect your friendship and your finances, or you can just avoid this altogether. Okay, you're basically the divine's making you choose. I think for some reason though they're telling me like there's something about the way that you ask this question. Oh, because he said, should I keep working with my friend? Like, you're already doing it. But I feel like you already sense this, what I'm saying. I just said mira in Spanish. That's how you know with the magician. That when it comes, whenever like my emotion comes out in Spanish, it's like, I'm really feeling it right now. Look. Look, we confirmed in the beginning of the reading that the magician card was for the workplace because I picked it up here and that was their way of confirming. And then I put the cards down, started channeling. There's the magician again, confirming that this is about the same question. There's the Five of Pentacles that I channeled for you right there. And it's not like I channeled the Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, which I don't see on the table right now, but the Five of Pentacles here, this is the overall energy with the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords adds an added element to this, Marcia, because the Three of Swords is heartbreak, sorrow, and grief. Heartbroken. So it's not just the Five of Pentacles, which I saw. Did I say Five of Pentacles? Because I saw it. I saw Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles. But I don't know, did I say Five of Pentacles? Whatever, I saw it. I know for a fact. There is struggle, hardship, loss, struggle, hardship, loss. And that's you being, in the cold and the darkness with some kind of financial hardship. And it comes together with some kind of heartbreak, which adds a level of emotion to it. And that's what I'm trying to say. There's an emotional aspect to this loss, to this hardship, okay? Because it's related to like your friend. Like there's an emotional aspect, like whether she threw you under the bus, something happens. And the magician is the workplace. It's also manifestation. It says power, action, skill, power, action, but it could also be manipulation. But I don't know if it's, after a while, she starts to get a little bit too powerful, as in controlling, I'm not sure, but something happens suddenly. Tower, destruction, enlightenment, release. It says tower is sudden upheaval. I did say the word upheaval, and tower card, if you watch my channel, I always say sudden upheaval. Even if it doesn't say that, that isn't my word for that card. So this is something suddenly like not working out, manifesting for the worse. 2025. Look, the Emperor in reverse with the Tower in reverse. The Tower in reverse is like, the reason that this Tower happens, because it hasn't happened yet. I did say the Emperor in reverse, even if she's I don't know if it's a female. It could be a male. But whenever it's the workplace, you tend to embody masculine energy in the first place. So whether you're female or male is irrelevant. It's still Emperor energy. In reverse, though, is what I said about like controlling, like power hungry kind of behaviors. Now that can be in the form of taking money under the table, not, again, cheating on taxes and you're stuck in the middle. Whatever the case may be, it's not going to work out. And I hate to be, negative, but you asked the question for a reason. and I'm giving you the answer. There's the sun, which is illumination and clarity. This is the divine guiding you. Look, guiding you about what? About walking away. The Eight of Cups is walking away, is abandoning something. Marcia, they were so clear about this. Is there anything else they want to say about this? I keep getting the Lovers in reverse. Is this friend that you're doing business with someone that you have some kind of emotional connection romantically with? Because why does the Lovers in reverse keep coming in the way? Or is it maybe someone that they're emotionally connected with that's affecting this business somehow? Because the fact that the Lovers in reverse just popped up that many times. Okay? There's an element of that. Or it's just... it's going to destroy your friendship somehow, whatever this is. But you can avoid this, you know? Ultimately, you have the power to control your destiny and decide where you want to take it. I'm telling you what the energy right now is. I want something else to say about this. Oh. Whoa. You're very wise, loyal, charming. This is somebody that's stable. That's you. That's you. So, like, it's not going to be bad right away, you know, but it'll end up here at the Ten of Swords. Endings, final closure, ending. So it could also be like going out of business or something like that, right? The Ten of Swords is also some kind of backstabbing or betrayal or something like that. Again, with the Death card, which, again, it's about the same subject because it's the same Death card that just came out. I got to keep it real. Now, again, we have choices. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to read from the Dorian Virtue Angels book for this question. Don't worry, I'm going to answer your second question also, which is about Luca. We're going to get there, but I just felt guided to take a break in the middle, read something about this question, and then go back to it, if you don't mind. That was a Five of Swords. Look, I just split it, which is what I talked about. You know, since I'm in between shuffling, I put them in like random locations so that I could shuffle and they could be mixed together, not the same. God darn, what's going on? Look what came out again. Did you just see how that literally just did acrobatics to come out? Here's the Five of Wands in the bottom, which literally says competition, debate, and defense. This is the conflict card. And this is the Five of Pentacles again, which is struggle, hardship, loss. The divine kind of wants you to take the same energy and put it towards creating a business of your own. That's your path. I'm going to read something for you in regards to this, and then we're going to get to your second question. Hold on. I didn't feel right. Yeah, okay. Give me a question about the first question before we even talk about Luther. Ask for a divine assignment, 254. If you'd like a greater sense of meaning and purpose, begin today by praying for a heavenly assignment. Ask the Creator to give you a divinely appointed task that's aligned with your personal interests and talents. Hold on, I'm gonna take a pause from reading this because I said that before they asked, have me get into Luca, they wanted me to say something about this. That's what it is. You have a purpose on this earth, and instead of putting your energy towards a business with your friend, they want you to ask for a divine assignment because there is a purpose that you have here that you're not fulfilling. It literally says your interests, your personal, keyword personal interests and talents. They're going to allow you to create something from that. You don't even see it coming, but it's going to be so good for you. Okay? Ask the Creator to give you a divinely appointed task that's aligned with your personal interests and talents, and then release this prayer completely to the universe with full faith that it will be heard and answered. The response comes in subtle ways, so you should try to take notice. So you should try to notice opportunities that are offered to you, strong hunches to take action, or topics that other people repeatedly mention to you. These are all examples of signs that point the way to your mission. All of heaven thanks you for your willingness to be of service in bringing tranquility to the world. So this has something to do with bringing tranquility to the world. Ultimately, you're the greatest beneficiary of your divine assignment, since your giving yields great rewards for you too. This is all about you, not about working with your friend. You understand that? Dear God and angels, I ask that you give me a divine assignment involving my natural talents and interests. I desire to be of service and to use my time in deeply meaningful ways. Please clearly guide me to where and how I can help. Thank you. If that is not a clear response from the angels to you about what path you need to go down, I don't know what is. What they're not going to let me do, I kind of gave you an inkling. Sorry, I got to wiggle this a little bit about what this divine assignment is, because they are telling me what you're meant to do has something to do with helping others. It has to do with yourself and your personal interests. What they will not allow me to do right now is tell you too much, because part of your karmic lesson, I just saw the Wheel of Fortune card in my mind, part of your karmic lesson is to meditate Four of Swords, okay, in quiet and rest, okay, and learn how to tap in to the divine and have them give you the answers. They're going to speak to you. It's part of the process. It's part of the process of figuring this out. Not having me tell you, not having your friend tell you. You. Will I reconnect with Luca again? Honestly, well, you're not talking to him. There's a Hermit card. That's confirmation. Why is this backwards? These are not right. You're not talking to him. There's the Hermit is a period of... How did I do all that and then nothing came from it? And that might be an omen between you and Luca. Like, how did I just do all this and nothing came of it? How did he just move away? Did he move? And left my heart just open like that? Well, just left me with my chest open in that way. That's what I'm getting. How? How did he just do this? Masculine energy. Let's figure it out. More information. Honestly, I see you meeting somebody new. I have to be honest with you. I'm just going to keep it real. These are, quicker readings. They're not like full blown, but I see you meeting somebody new. That's like the fastest answer to your question. There's a Three of Swords. The heartbreak again. This gave you some kind of heartbreak. This hurt you somehow. Or vice versa. Why is this not? I keep wiggling this. And I am so sorry. I'm trying to find a way for it to be there. Is that better? Yeah. Ten of Swords, it ended. Again, I don't know if he moved away, because the Eight of Wands is like a travel card. Somebody was just between the Hermit and the Hanged Man, like just stuck. Seven of Swords is some kind of deception, or at least it feels that way. Like somebody did somebody wrong, or there was some kind of lie. This person wasn't being honest about something. Oh, this person that I'm talking about is the Emperor. He went and had a new beginning somewhere, okay? He went and he had a full-blown new beginning somewhere. I don't know if you know that, okay? And that's very hard. He went and had a new beginning somewhere. You know what that was? I just tried to flip here. That was the Death card, but it didn't. So I'm just going to leave it. Two of Wands, plans, partnership, and influence. The Two of Wands, and then this happens, right? Exactly. Look, left you in anxiety. The Two of Wands is having a vision for the future. and like wanting to make plans. So you were always stuck in the stage of wanting to make plans with, or waiting for this person to make plans for the future with you. Plans about a partnership. This person influenced you to believe that at one moment, and now you're just always in a state of, you know, honestly, sometimes 9 of Swords, anxiety and worry, and stuck. Because you have not let go of this person. This person has had a new beginning somewhere else. I just have to keep it real. All right. I do believe that life is going to change for you this year. That's the Sun card, is the happiest card in the deck. Light, life, energy in all avenues of life. I believe that somewhere around, I think October for some reason is a very significant month for you. But I think that you're going to meet somebody new. Okay? You might communicate with this person again. Yes. At some point. But I don't see this panning out into anything serious. Because look at what I have here, okay? And I also channeled it. The Knight of Wands is flow, fire, intuition, it says, but has the rap of coming in, passionately talking to you. But then it's followed by the Hierophant in reverse, which is a lack of commitment. And the 7 of Swords, which says theft, dishonesty, okay? Which, by the way, can also pertain to the message about the business, because I did channel that card. But here he has a ring. So see, someone that comes, it might make you feel like there's some kind of hope or something, and it never really pans out, or that's what happened in the past. So I know that it's really hard, and it's so hard when it's like a quick reading and I just say it like that. But this person has moved on. I wouldn't be surprised if they have like a full-blown like person that they've been dating or talking to. And I do think that you're going to meet someone by October that's going to turn into a more serious connection. I have to keep it reals. This is, and you know, I know it's hard, but this person was more of a lesson for you. Was a lesson. Again, they want you, though. I can tell you what the lesson is, but there's something about you tapping into your divinity to figure out what that lesson is, because the angels are saying that they've been trying to, like, you're a little disconnected from your higher self. What's up with Luca? What's Luca? Yeah, you see? Look, and I channeled that too. I said it was a karmic lesson. This one says karma and destiny. I'll just confirm, what is Luca up to? I told you, Luca's in a relationship, or he's about to be, or he's been talking to somebody. Yep. And tell me, yep, and you don't know about it. Look, 7 of Swords, which is the dishonesty. Yep, and it's the Emperor we're talking about. They confirm everything, I'm telling you. And who is this person, just to give her some, you know, this other person that you told me about. Whoa. Who's this other person? This other person, right, is going to take you from being in this self-imposed imprisonment of your mind to being freed. Like you're going to be freed. You're going to be able to move on. You're just going to know. Because right now, you don't even realize, but you're blocking off a lot of abundance that wants to come into your life. You're blocking off your divine assignments because of, you know, wondering about this person. You're still connected to this person's energy, but this person's giving that energy to somebody else. So it ultimately affects you. Okay, Marcia, I hope that this was worth it for you and you enjoyed your reading. And it's everything that you needed to hear. I do believe that. Though, you know, I don't believe in accidents. You know, the divine always shares and doesn't share what's needed at a given time. I believe that. You know? Yeah. Love and light, big hugs, and make sure to do those rituals. You know what? You particularly would benefit from the ritual I did from the last one too. The last one that I posted right before this one, the last special. Yeah. 100%. All right, big hugs. Thank you. All right, next we have Next, we have Jen. Jen, I'm just going to take a second to connect with your energy. You have 2 questions and they read. The first question is Steven the right guy for me? And number 2, is he being honest with me? Give me a minute. I also just need a second to disconnect from the last reading. Well, I just picked this up randomly, and that's your energy right there. No accidents. There you are. Nothing can be you're anxious about. Literally, they confirm. It's crazy, right? I love it though, because that's their way of saying, no, the energy's cleared. You're in the right place. We're connected to Jen right now. Well, we have the 9 of Swords and the Lover's card. The 9 of Swords literally says anxiety and worry. It's overthinking. It's not sleeping at night, wondering if someone's being honest, wondering what to do with this person. Because you do feel love for this person. This person does feel love for you. Okay, there is love here. Absolutely. There's a soul connection here. Just because you have a soul connection doesn't mean it's right, though. It doesn't mean that it's a person you're meant to spend the rest of your life with, however. But we're going to get into it. Have you known this person for a long time? Because I'm just getting like way back in the day vibes, but it might just be energetically, like the Magician card. Because soul connections tend to be that way, where it's like a past life connection, you know? But I'm getting like old energy, like childhood energy, or it's past life energy, or quite literally both. I do want to channel before I pull cards, but I'm just picking up on a lot. Was there walking away here? Going back on what somebody said? Chariot? Somebody saying that they want to have some kind of connection with you, but then going back on what they offer? Because it's like, okay, so you have the 5 of Pentacles, which is being left out in the cold, etc. Or just things, you know, lack. Like there's a lack of something in this connection. We have the Chariot is somebody moving forward. The 8 of Cups is abandoning something. The 6 of Pentacles is balance and equal give and take. But in this deck, it shows like it was balance. And then there's a finger pointing back. Like you're back to where you started. Kind of energy is what I'm picking up on. And it's like, oh yeah, look, and it's cyclical. Okay? You're going through a big karmic lesson with this person right now, Wheel of Fortune. And it's cyclical with the Lover's card. The fact that we got the Lover's card here twice, but then we have the 3 of Swords and the Emperor and the 8 of Swords. Jeez. The fact that we have the Lover's card here twice means that the love is felt mutually, right? So yes, this is a soul connection. This person does love you. But what is, you know, people can only love to the capacity that they're capable of, right? Depending on the karmic lessons that need to be learned. There's a lot of karmic lessons that you're both learning right now. There is definitely heartbreak in the mix, okay? The 8 of Swords is a self-imposed imprisonment of your mind. It's an imprisonment in general, okay? Somebody unwilling to see things. The Emperor is here, and he's sandwiched in between heartbreak and a self-imposed imprisonment of his mind. So he has a lot of healing to do. Okay, is there some kind of a third party in the mix though too? Because I just see him here, and I see this woman here that has 2 heads. But however, oh, and you did ask if he's being honest. Well, I feel like there's a third energy here. I have to be completely honest with you. Is it a mother of his child that's in the way? Look, Nine of Swords again. There's a lot of anxiety about... There's anxiety about an Empress, about third party, about another female, or something along those lines. And, dang it. Honestly, it's sadness, and it's causing a lot of stress. I'm not sure if that's what you asked, because you just said if he's being honest with me. You didn't particularly tell me what it's about. It could be about anything. It could be like, oh, he said he wanted to have a relationship. Is he being honest? Is he saying that his finances are not good and that's why we can't make it work right now? But it's actually bullshit. Like, but it's, but what's the truth? He's about, honestly, but then we have the Queen of Wands here, which I see is like, again, could be a third party for me. There's somebody in the mix getting in the way. This person loves you to death, but they aren't being honest. And but that's the thing, it's hard for us to understand because you could have a soul connection, right? But his karmic lesson could be about faithfulness, about being able to commit to something and sticking with it, right? But because of his own like heartbreak and sadness about things that he's gone through in his own life, lessons that he has to learn, he can't help it but make the wrong decisions. So personally, I'm not sure that you and Steven are going to work out right now. And I don't think that he's being honest right now. And that's just my honest... I hate giving these kind of messages because I can like totally ruin a whole relationship right now off a tarot reading. But listen to me. But they just confirmed with the Five of Wands, which is competition, debate, and defense, and the Mother Star, which is the yes card. It says yes. See? Confirming that there is competition, there is quarrel, debate, defensiveness here. There is heartbreak, grief. Three of Swords is third party. Not all, people say Three of Swords is not a third party card for me. It is a heartbreak card, but I'm picking it up that way. And I don't know what it's about the Three of Swords with the Empress again. Now we have two Empresses on the table. That's when it becomes different. Especially with the Four of Pentacles. Security, stability, saving, foundation. But didn't that come up too? Didn't someone say, it could be the element of like someone saying, we can't make anything work until, I'm saving for a foundation, for stability. But it's actually, this person's actually being dishonest. I just saw that the Seven of Swords is not on this table. Oh, listen. I'm so sorry, Jen. It's tough. The Seven of Swords is not on this. I was about to say the Seven of Swords is not on this table, but I wouldn't be surprised if it came out because I'm getting that energy, which is like dishonesty. The Seven of Swords is right here. It literally says theft and dishonesty. And this birdie has a ring, which is like an engagement ring, right? Next to about the... about the Two of Cups, it's a partnership. Ten of Cups, which is a union. Six of Cups, reconciliation, someone from the past. Are you worried about him ending things with someone from the past? If that's the case, he's being dishonest about that. Or he keeps promising you that you guys are going to have some kind of a family, some kind of contentment, some kind of a union, that he's coming back, he's going to make it work, etc. But he's not backing it up, and I'm not sure that he's going to change. And it's not because he doesn't love you, but it's because he has things to heal within himself. Spirit, can you confirm that? Yeah, because I saw the Seven of Swords. Jesus. There's the Four of Pentacles, again, the same card. Which is like wanting, like, oh, I'm working on stability. I want to move in together. I want things to move forward, which is the Eight of Wands, Page of Cups, always offering cup, always flirting, always being there, etc. But things never actually go to the full capacity. There's the Hermit, and you're trying to figure out why. There's a Two of Swords. What's the blockage? What's the blockage? The blockage, you're going to find out. As a Tower, you're going to have a Tower moment, sudden upheaval with this person at some point where things are going to come to light about some kind of deception. There's the Five of Swords. At some point, that's going to happen. This is where tarot readings tend to be very difficult for me, because I don't like giving these kind of messages. You know, I don't. They're very difficult for me to give. And I also want you to take it with a grain of salt, but I'm very confident in when I get messages. Okay? Tell me more about what's up. It's lack of healing. That's what came out. Ten of Swords. Endings, final closure, endings. I don't know if he keeps saying he's going to end it with someone else and he doesn't, or that's what's going to happen with you guys. The Ten of Swords is like literally like some kind of betrayal. I have to keep it real with you. All right, I'm going to read you a message from the Angels book. I'm sorry to have been this person to give you this. I feel like this is the kind of energy. However, holy crap, it even gave me a headache. Don't feel bad about that. If anything, you know, I hate saying messages like that, like, oh, because I feel the energy when you like your energy when I do readings. And people are like, I'm so sorry I made you feel that way. No. That's not why I'm saying it. I don't want you. This is part of my divine purpose. I live for this. And as soon as I'm done, the divine will clear it. But I say it more to empathize with you. Like, I can feel how you feel with this pain sometimes. And that's hard. And I just want to give you a hug. Honestly. What I was saying is this is the kind of energy that's like full reading kind of energy. Like, I can dive into this for hours. But this would be the gist of it anyway, at the end of the day. You know? I'm thinking about, I forgot to announce this. I haven't announced it yet. I'm thinking of, I haven't been offering full readings or anything. Because this is technically a full reading. Like, if every reader does full readings different, that's why it's so hard to say that. In some readers, this is a full reading. This, if you pay for it, this is what they're gonna send you. For me, when I charge a lot for a full blown reading, they're 2 hours long, an hour and a half. You know, they're straight up. But those limit how much I can do. So I like these events that I've been doing because it's allowed me to be able to serve the collective more. I'm thinking of maybe, I don't know, offering this monthly, you know, making it a monthly event kind of thing. Helps the collective and also helps me, since YouTube has basically demonetized people a good 65 to 70%. A lot of us are complaining about that. It's been hard. Even channels that have millions. There's one channel called SBSK, Special Books with Special Kids. He has millions of followers helping kids with special needs. And he even made a video asking people for help because YouTube was screwing them. And they couldn't fund their nonprofit. YouTube's doing this because they're starting to push. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. They're starting to push short form content. That's their push. So people that make long videos, readers, they basically demonetize us. They didn't, but they basically did. But everything happens for a reason, you know. The divine does things to push us to do things differently on a path. So maybe this is what the collective needs. So I'm thinking of adding more videos to YouTube in general, in addition to my members, and maybe making this a monthly event. It's good for everybody. It's good for me. It's good for you guys, and I love doing it. So if you want more readings in the future, Jen, I would love for you to sign up. I think I'm going to do the sign-ups, though, not how I've done it recently, a month in advance for each, months in advance for each one, so you guys can collectively book, you know? So look out for that announcement video. I'm gonna read a book from read a book. I keep saying that because I said special kids, special books. I'm gonna read a page from the Enduring Virtue book for you. What happened just now? Oh, this. Not that I don't love you, Jen. I'm not crossing you out because I have an issue with you, but I'm done with your reading after this, so I don't want to get confused. And instead of printing it, yes, I write them by hand. It helps me connect with your energy. All right, let's see. What do you want to tell Jeff? Be true to yourself. 309. You already know your true feelings and you must follow their direction. If you defy yourself, your energy becomes blocked in a holding pattern that's disruptive to many areas of your physical, emotional, financial, and spiritual health. Although many people tend to suppress their real feelings to please others, eventually these emotions surface and make themselves known. For instance, they might be manifested as physical symptoms of illness or as financial blocks. While deferring to someone else might seem like a way to be caring, it actually denies you and the other person authenticity. We angels can help you have the courage to voice and act on your feelings while maintaining love, thoughtfulness, respect, and harmony within your relationship. Thought for today: I admit my genuine emotions and I'm honest with myself and others. I ask angels to help and guide me in all my relationships. When I am true to myself, I have integrity toward everyone else as well. The problem is, you see, Jen, you already know this, but it's so hard. You're a human being. I've been through it, so no judgment. I've learned this lesson too. This was a big karmic lesson for me too. Sometimes we know things. You're so intuitive, it's crazy. You're extremely intuitive and tapped in. Sometimes we don't want to see the things we're being shown, though. That's what they're saying. But you know the truth here. And the divine's going to send you, listen, they're going to send you somebody else. You saw that, how it said release your past. It said release. What stood out to me was release your past and stay positive. I'm just going to give you an extra one. Come on. Heal an old relationship. You know what? They don't want you to go about this in a way where what they're saying is you're going to hold on to these, because you're going to feel hurt about something. So you have a choice of what you're going to do now. If you're going to, or whatever happens in the future, they want you to remember this. They want you to handle this situation from a place of unconditional love, not from a place of anger. Not so that they want you to heal this and come back into a situation with this person to come back with them. They want you, the divine wants you to know how worthy you are, not carrying the burden of the pain of what you've gone through with this person. Before I even read this, I'm going to read this little piece right here so you can understand what I mean. It says, I heal an old relationship. I forgive and forget as a way of moving on. Cutting the cords of any negativity from my past. I only attract healthy interactions now and in the future. Because the situation is not healthy. And the problem is there is love here, but this person has not done you were supposed to end up with this person. This person did not learn. Everybody at the end of the day has free will. And, you know, whether or not, it's like a test. In school, you have a choice of whether or not you're going to study your ass off and pass or not pass. Person didn't pass. So are you going to carry and harbor all of the feelings that come with them not learning their karmic lessons? Going to affect the abundance in your future. The divine wants to aid you in this healing process because it's not easy, so that you can get what you deserve. 102, heal an old relationship. Has someone from your past been on your mind recently? This could be a signal for you to reinitiate contact with this individual. Or it might mean that it's time to resolve an old issue with him or her. When thoughts of a former relationship bubble up to the surface, it's worth paying attention to the reason why. First, notice any feelings in your stomach as you think about the person. Do you feel tense, relaxed, uplifted, upset? Identify the various emotions associated with your relationship and think about how you parted. If you harbor any regrets, inhale deeply and hold the intention of releasing those feelings as you exhale. This in itself could be healing, could be the healing that your soul seeks. It can also ask the universe to undo the effects of any mistakes that either of you made. This request is always granted with powerful and often miraculous results. You may want to write a letter to the person as a way of understanding your true thoughts and feelings. You don't need to send it to gain the therapeutic value of this process. Sometimes it's best to ceremoniously destroy what you've written as a symbol of letting go. After your moments of contemplation, you may feel strongly guided to get back in touch with the individual in question. Call upon us angels to surround the reunion with protective love and to ensure that it's harmonious as possible. We can also help you locate the person if you so desire. Okay, so the divine wants you to heal it with this person. Okay? They want to release you of the burden, of the drama, and the resentment you have with this person. That does not particularly mean that they want you to end up with this person. I'm going to keep it real. There is a possibility that you can end up with this person in like the distant future. Like not right now. Like because I see you with someone else regardless. Like in the middle. But this person has to go through a lot of healing. See? Because they're in an energy of lack and dishonesty and all that. So it's going to take a lot of strength and a lot of surrendering. Because right now, it ain't it. But you can still harbor this energy and do what the book says to at least let it go with love. Because the dark energy associated with this is keeping you in a chokehold. It's keeping you in a chokehold. The dark energy, the devil energy, is keeping you in a chokehold. What's possible in the distant future? Tell me. Go. Just confirm what I just said. Look, it says you're either way you have to walk away and hermit yourself. You have a greater chance of ending up with this person in the distant future, 10 of Pentacles, if you walk away right now. Do what they said, walk away, do your thing, date other people, allow this so this cycle can close. There's a possibility, but there's also a possibility of you being with someone else and eventually not even wanting this person anymore. Because this person's not learning their lessons. They have lying tendencies, and they don't want you to harbor the resentment and the pain of this person's shit. They don't. But they want you to move on right now. That's what they want to say. Because this is I haven't had one like this yet. I have all the people that I read for, because this is the kind of situation where like you were meant to be with this person, but this person has like really resisted their lessons. 100%. But you were meant to be with this person. I'm not gonna lie. The Page of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse, though, is someone very controlling, has abusive tendencies, lack of taking accountability and apologizing. So you can't have that in your life. You gotta keep to yourself. You have to walk away from it. 8 of Cups. You have to get away from this devil energy. You gotta move on. You have to have a new beginning. You need to, okay? You gotta get away from this conflict that's keeping you sick, okay?
So this person could possibly learn their karmic lesson, Wheel of Fortune with the Lovers card. That's the only way. If you stay around here even thinking that this is possible right now, you're going to just have struggle, hardship, and loss, and it's going to perpetuate everyone's problem. I do see, however, as of right now, there is a higher chance of you moving on with somebody else and being with this person. I'm telling you, I don't know how to explain this to you. It's so hard because it's such a quick reading. I'll give you an example, though. I'll give you an example. I have a cousin who had 2 children. One as a teenager, he was like, it was a teen mom. He's a man, my cousin. And then he had another child, someone else as an adult. They got divorced, they separated, whatever. Him and the teen mom like never had a relationship. Didn't work out. They were so young or whatever, like 16, right? Something happened with that child, to that particular child, the one with the teen mom. Like, she went through some kind of crisis when the child turned 18 years later. And that crisis, one way or another, brought them back together. And now they're married, happy, have a home, own a home together. They're homeowners in New Jersey, which is not easy. It's one of the hardest places to own property because it's expensive as hell. Property taxes alone are like $15K a year, alone in Bergen County, which is where, And so if she asked for a reading 18 years ago, how the hell would someone explain that? They couldn't tell her to be with this person. He was in the same energy that this guy is in, kind of, right? And it took 18 years. So I honestly see, like, you're supposed to be, I just see, like, there's a potential with this person that's never going to really leave your life. But as of right now, this person's very self-destructive. And they just want you to just move on and they're trying to put you in a position of the best abundance. And they say, they're really guiding me towards my words to make sure that you know that what comes out of my mouth is to just push you to surrender, and then you're going to see what happens. But I do see you meeting someone else at some point. Awesome. Wheel of Fortune. You are in the middle of karmic lessons. Judgment, karmic lesson. Love and light. This is the best that I could have explained this energy. It's a lot. It's like, I'm telling you, this is like a full reading worth. But the divine got you, and they love you, and they hear your prayers. I hope that this was worth it. I hope you enjoyed it. You don't have to comment down below if you don't want to. But if you want to, I'll read them. Big hugs to you, Jen. Hi, Sharon. I'm so happy to read for you. Okay, well, first and foremost, I get the energy. This is a hermiting energy, and it's devil energy. Okay, so there is such thing as doing too much healing. I don't know where I just got that from, but I'm getting the energy of, and it is possible, but this could be related to something else, another aspect of your life. But the hermit is the story behind the hermit that a lot of people don't know is that the hermit is actually the emperor that lost it all. And because he lost it all, because of his ego and, his controlling nature and anything that the ego could represent, fear, because of his shadow, let's keep it at that. He lost it all. He lost the empire. He lost everything. So he had to, by himself, put on a cloak, go up into the mountain and isolate and reflect a lot about their devil energy, about their ego, about their fear, about their obsessions, about whatever kind of toxic patterns governed his life. And I say his because this is all energetics when it comes to tarot. We have an emperor and an empress within every single one of us. The emperor represents masculine energy within us, and the empress represents the feminine energy, which is within us, okay? So the first thing that I got for you before I even read your questions out loud was, the divine is very proud of you and proud of the path that you've taken. There's showing me that you're a very spiritual person. You might be a tarot reader yourself. I saw the High Priestess, so that could be an representative of that. I think you would, if that's the case, you'd be the first one in this group, because they didn't show me that for anyone else thus far, or just looked into the future, nobody. But if that's the case, but either way, it's something that's very tapped into themselves. You've put a lot of work into bettering yourself and wanting to better your life, and that is something to be proud of, and divine commends you of that. However, this is just, and it could also just be a warning if you haven't gotten this far yet, but self-isolation in the name of bettering yourself could also be the devil energy, because the devil doesn't always show up in a very blatant way. The devil is a liar. The devil is deceiving. The devil is a trickster. So sometimes the devil comes through as something positive, but it's actually something that's detrimental to us. So for example, where the devil can say, oh, I'm taking time to be on my own, to better myself, and I'm not, I'm not dating right now because I need to better myself, etc. That is great. We all can use that. But when it goes to an extreme, right, and you have been so focused on self-help and helping yourself that you have not been getting yourself out there at all, you've noticed that like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years have passed, and you're kind of still in the same place in your journey. Even if you've made a lot of progress, you haven't seen like any outright change in your love life, etc. It's actually the devil holding you back. There's actually something subconscious, I just channeled the moon card, that's blocking you from taking like a big step forward. We can get addicted to thinking that we're healing, or that, etc. And I said this in another reading on my channel, that's like I forgot what I said, but something along the lines like, we're not meant to be broken. We're not broken. We're never broken. You might have things to heal, but you're not broken. I said something like that. I channeled the message like that, which is like, you have things to heal. A lot of people do, but that doesn't mean that you're broken and you can't function and you have to be kept away in a closet, for repair. You can still date. You can still connect with people. You're okay. You can heal while being with someone. I don't know where this message is coming from, because it's not what you asked, but I'm just getting it, you see. And then the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is that. The Five of Pentacles is the energy of lack. It's a lack mentality. And that's kind of what we're channeling right now, is some kind of a lack mentality. And there's the devil horns all around her face. It's a lack mentality. There's like a deep melancholy. Even you might not even be conscious of it. Sometimes we have like a deep sadness and we're not even like consciously aware that it's the driving force. And what's keeping us, look at that moon. Which it just popped out. So that to me, the way that it just popped out to me with the Two of Cups, yeah, look, it's sometimes the Seven of Swords is self-deception. The Moon card is the subconscious mind, and the Two of Cups in reverse, the way that it came out in Candy, is like what blocks us from being able to be in a connection. Now I'm gonna go back to your question, but the divine sometimes interrupts to just say something that they need you to know. How does S feel about you? We had a fling 4 years ago, and I never forgot about him. And I always felt like it wasn't over. And what's there to come in my love life? Well, I'm going to tell you one thing, not to be harsh, because these are, but these aren't my like 2-hour long personal readings, but I'm still already dope. So sometimes something can come out and it seems a little harsh, or like, because it's like I have to get so much emotion, like so much feelings, so much energy out in such a short amount of time that sometimes the words just don't do it justice, and it seems cold. And I want you to know off the bat that like that is not the intention. It's just hard to phrase it. He feels the same way about you. He never forgot about you either. And he does feel a pull with you because it's a past life connection. So you both recognize each other in that way. Absolutely. What is this? It just flamed out. Right? Purity, potential, risk, innocence, desire. So you always feel that like purity in that connection, that potential, right? But it's not there. So it's just a memory. However, this person does not see this in the same way that you see it. Why do I feel like you're asking me a question, right? I don't know why. I'm just getting the weirdest energy. With the Lovers card, look, it's a soul connection. Why do I feel like you're asking me a question as if like a fling from 4 years ago, but I just keep getting like a very established connection? I don't know why the energy's tripping me out right now. And like, I don't know if you wrote a question and it's like confusing. Like, you wouldn't write a question to confuse me on purpose. Like, why would you do that? Right? Like, but like, because you're asking me about someone you had a fling with 4 years ago, but my mind is seeing it as if it's like right now, like, or you're constantly in contact with this person. I'm like picking up on that. Or do you have somebody in your life? No, look at the moon. That's what they're saying. The moon is dreams, intuition, shadow, right? The moon is your subconscious. The subconscious mind is where we keep past life connections. That's what it is. So you're one of the lucky ones that came across somebody that you were married to in a past life. So he lives in your dreams. So he lives in your like, you intuitively know this. He lives in your subconscious mind. That's why, what do we do when we go through hypnosis? Hypnosis helps us tap into our subconscious mind. And when people do past life regressions, that's what they do. They tap into the subconscious mind by doing just that. Turning off your conscious mind, and then you turn on your subconscious mind, and you start pulling up information that when you're awake, you're not even aware of, but it drives you. So like, your subconscious has this program in it, that you know this person's energy, 100%. So that feeling that you have, of feeling like it wasn't over, is because this is somebody that you were together with in a past life. And you were not married in a past life. This is somebody that you had an affair with in a past life, but you couldn't. This is interesting. I haven't had one of these readings in a long time, but you couldn't be with them because of finances or something like that. Like, one person, like, you were from a wealthier, I don't know if you can see elements in this manifesting in your everyday life, that's incredible, because sometimes it transfers. The energy transfers in that way, and it plays out a little bit again. It's very interesting. Like, because I'm seeing okay, you know the movie The Notebook, how they couldn't be together because the parents didn't approve of Noah because he wasn't from the same class, right? They didn't have the same amount of money, and that's just how it was back then. You didn't just marry whoever you wanted. They ended up actually finding each other, marrying each other again. But I see a situation like that for you, but you guys actually didn't end up getting married. So you just like always thought about each other. Actually, that happened in The Notebook too, where it was the mother of Allie. Allie's mother went to like the gravel yard or whatever it's called, and saw it, and she was like, she started crying. She's like, I love your father. But she was remembering that guy that she was in love with, but they couldn't be together. You had that kind of connection with this person. You guys never actually got together. So if it is playing like out like that in the current day, where like this person, like you make more money than this person had to go away for work or something like that, then that's confirmation of that. So that's why you feel so strongly. So that's crazy that you actually came across this person, but you're actually not, but you're not meant to be actually with this person. All right. So the Two of Cups upside down is in reverse, is not a relationship. Seven of Swords is deception, but it would be self-deception to start fulfilling a fantasy as if like you're actually going to be together with this person. Like, yes, that would be a fantasy in this, and that's a confirmation. That's a yes card. In this lifetime, it's just that you feel that old energy, but you're not meant to be with this person in this lifetime. And like I said, since this isn't one of those like really long readings, sometimes what I say comes out harsh, but I actually find it to be very beautiful. So that's why it feels like that. And I think this person, if you feel that, they do too, but they're not going to really, but they have a better way of like not thinking about it all the time. Okay, for you have a tendency, which then transfers over into your karmic lesson in this lifetime, into allowing this to turn into an obsession. This, very easily becomes a shadow of yours, and that roots in escapism. Because what they're saying to me is that you right now, the first thing that came up that was the most striking was the Hermit and all of that we spoke about. You can go back and hear it. So by daydreaming about this person, even though it's a very real past life connection, it's actually a form of escapism, because you feel more comfortable wondering about this person than actually going out in the open and meeting somebody that potentially can manifest into something real and tangible right now. You have a subconscious fear of relationships, and you're kind of emotionally unavailable. That's why I said, I'm sorry if it comes out harsh. They mean it from the bottom of my heart. Like they want you to succeed in love. So you might have noticed that you're more attracted to these kind of like fantastical ideas of someone from the past, or like long distance relationships appeal to you, etc., and things like that. But it's more because of a fear of intimacy. You're using it as a way not to do what you got to do in the moment of right now, putting yourself out there, meeting somebody that you can actually create like a home with right now. That's what they're saying. Got to keep it real. It's double energy. Now, what I do feel in terms of what's coming in your love life, this year is going to be a love lifeless year. I have to be honest, and that's perfectly fine. But you are going to meet somebody, okay? King of Wands. Like love lifeless, meaning like you're not going to get married this year. And that's fine. I mean, look, I've been on this channel for how long? Think about it. People get like so upset about that. Don't. It's part of life. I'm single, and I've had this channel for over 2 years now, and I haven't gotten married or anything in the past 2 years. That doesn't mean that I'm a bad person. I'm not learning my lessons. It's just divine timing, and time goes a lot faster than what we think. In the next 2 years, you are going to meet somebody with honor standards, okay? And you're going to form a partnership. Absolutely. It's going to form in the next 2 years, though. But they want you to work on this double energy. It just keeps popping up. They want you to work on this. See, they want you, this one, the Two of Wands, is making a plan for the future. That's you alone. It says plans, partnership, and influence. Okay, this devil is influencing your ability to plan for the future, so that, in terms of preparing yourself for a partnership, you need to work on opening up so that you can be ready for this to manifest. Whether it's going to therapy or something like that, but this is somebody that you're going to meet out of nowhere. This might be someone, okay, this is someone you're going to create a home with. Four of Wands. You're going to be creative, union, freedom. You're going to feel very free with this person. There's going to be no fantastical ideas or wondering about this person. There's going to be no yearning. It's just going to be very real. And this might be somebody that you work with. I don't know why I'm getting that. Now I have the Emperor, so they're confirming that. With the Ten of Pentacles, which is, it says inheritance, family, and property. I don't know. There's something about like home in regards to this person. You're going to build a home with this person. There's someone that you're going to grow old with. I don't know if you meet this person at work or this is just somebody that is in the same field or has the same interests as you, you know, so you're going to connect very quickly and you might even start a business with this person. Okay, that was the Lovers that just tried to flip there. Look at that. But there's something about some kind of anxiety, internal anxiety about creating, actually making things real. That I don't think that you've been acknowledging. They want you to. Okay. Look out for this person. So that's what I see. I'm going to read a message from the book for you. Angel message for you. To see what they have to say. Sharon. Heal insecurities. It goes hand in hand with what we were saying. I've never read this one before, but here we go. Page 118, heal insecurities. At times you feel insecure about your worthiness and wonder if you're lovable. You worry that no one really cares for you or even likes you, and you feel all alone. These are the occasions when we stand closest beside you, shielding you from your own outpouring of painful emotions. If these energies were allowed to surround you, they'd attract hurtful situations that weren't of your conscious choosing. There's a very big element, Sharon, about in regards to like your subconscious. So whenever I see that, like you really need to call on your angels. I'm taking a pause from reading and say this. And you know, counseling helps because we can't, and they did even had me mention hypnosis. We can't really, and I mentioned this a lot lately. It's been a collective message too. Like we can't tap into that ourselves, you know, and it's a part of life. Because you work closely with us angels and have asked us to guard you emotionally, we'll even protect you from yourself upon occasion. In your human terms, at times, quote, you're your own worst enemy, end quote. Because when you feel unlovable, you begin to attract circumstances and relationships that confirm that belief. It's destructive to indulge in self-pity. I'm telling you, they confirm everything because this is what we're talking about with the Hermit. Let me read it again. I love it when they do this because like they confirm their presence, and I think it's beautiful. That's how much they love you, that they go out of their way to just take this moment to guide you towards booking a reading, you know, and speaking to you. They love you. It's destructive to indulge in self-pitying thoughts and emotions, yet we understand that every human being succumbs to them sometimes. Insecurities are akin to slipping while rock climbing. The moment you catch yourself falling, it's important to call for aid and reach for your lifeline. We're here to catch you whenever you fall. However, your free will dictates that if you wish to suffer with miserable perceptions of yourself, even God can't do anything to interfere. I'll read that again. We're here to catch you whenever you fall. However, your free will dictates that if you wish to suffer with miserable perceptions of yourself, even God can't do anything to interfere. Did you hear that, Sharon? That's that Hermit thing that we were talking about. We stand by sending you loving rays of hope, but unless you accept these gifts, they slide right off you. Call upon us at the very instant that you become aware of hurtful thoughts or feelings. We will what is that? I'm sorry, there's like, I just heard like the weirdest noise. I don't know if you heard that. Okay. We'll buoy your faith that you're completely lovable, likable, and worthwhile just for being who you are right now. And that's a fact. Thought for today. I keep hearing it. I think it's the wind. Sorry, that was so awkward. I work with my angels to replace my old insecurities with new empowering habits to realize my worth as a human being. The more I cherish myself, the more I can value, love, and help others. Okay, Sharon. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I am mentioning this to everybody. I'm going to make an announcement on the main channel. I'm thinking of possibly offering this as like a monthly thing where people can book in advance. I don't know, I really like them. I like the addition to my channel. I like this style, and I think it's they're just guiding me to add things to this channel, to do things differently as part of my purpose, and it's a way of getting their message out, like the angels and the divine. And it helps the collective, and it also helps me, So I'm gonna post a video possibly announcing that. So if you're interested in booking again, look out for that. And also, you can comment down below if you want to about your reading, but you don't have to. Not an obligation. I'm not offended because people are private. And that's totally fine. Sending you big hugs. Love and light. Hi, I'm so happy to, what the, okay, well, damn. Salty rays. I mean, like, can I shuffle? The divine's like, we're not wasting any time here. Jeez. I'm like, literally, look, because I write your questions down. Oh my God. I'm just going to take them. Wow. Because I write your questions down. I don't print them. I just feel like and it takes time to do that because people write like, you were to the point. Some people write paragraphs. I write them down in my notebook. I just feel like I connect with your energy more with the process of writing it down. So nonetheless, I was like about to read your question because I don't remember everything. And they just... So can we read? Salty rays, I remember you. It says, I remember you. I do remember you. I know I read for you before, but that doesn't mean that I remember I don't know why I'm holding an acorn. It was there and I'm holding it. If that's an omen for you, take it as it resonates. I'm not an acorn, a pine cone. That's a pine cone. When I read for people multiple times, the divine does something, like I'll remember you, always have a great memory. And then when it's time to do a reading again, they just completely blank me out. Like I don't even remember what came out in your last reading. And I think that that's because they don't, they want to take my humanity out of it, of like remembering from before and then bringing it to that energy, because the energy could be completely different. Our paths change. They do. According to your free will and the free will of the other person. It says here, is this ever going to amount to a committed relationship, partnership, real relationship, marriage with Josh? Or is it time to move on? And can I trust him? Well, as soon as you said that, we get the Hanged Man with the Two of Cups in reverse, meaning it's not a relationship, it's in reverse. But you already told me that with your question, and the Hanged Man means you being stuck. So, even though this is like the obvious, we're going to get into the question. This is the divine's way of saying, like we're here. It's their way of saying, well, I've already connected to her, to the energy. Like we're out here, right? But, But this combination here, off the bat, is a brand new beginning, taking a leap of faith, but I see it as moving on, because the Nine of Pentacles is somebody that is self-sufficient, but you are like, your body is ripped in the middle. Like, this is a complete overhaul of how you feel about life and the situation, and focusing on yourself in order to attract abundance. It basically feels like taking a leap of faith and moving on from this person is going to feel like, just to get you back to a place of self-sufficiency and where you can attract the abundance you deserve, requires like somebody ripping your insides because it's painful. And then we have the devil energy. You're afraid of doing that. You're afraid of moving on. You're afraid of letting this go. And I understand that. King of Cups, because you love this person. But this King of Cups, there's no King of Cups here. That's the crazy part. He said the King of Cups is the other person, but there's no person in here. This is where he's supposed to be, but instead it's just a big cup and the skeleton of what used to be a King of Cups. Which reminds me of the Death card, but it's death and transformation, because out of the death of this King of Cups, and I don't believe he's actually going to die. I mean, you know, he gets buried under the ground, and then you're able to climb mountains and something new will grow in your life. All of a sudden, the sun starts to peek out and you see your life differently. I don't know why I feel like, was there a moment that I told you that this was going to work out? Like, did something change? Because what the heck is going on? Then we have, look. Now we have the Five of Pentacles with the Lovers card. The Five of Pentacles is the energy of lack. Feeling like you're left out in the cold. Feeling like they're treating you like two different people, basically, because you see him here, right? And then it's you with one body and two heads. So I see this as like, on one side, they treat you as the person that they want to marry, that they want to be with, that they want a partnership with, but then they're also treating you like it's not that, because they're not giving you a commitment here. So this is the energy of lack overall, but what's making you cry is the house upside down, which is the lack of a partnership, the lack of moving in together, the lack of creating a home. And I understand, even though this is a divine connection, the Lovers here. But you know what happens is sometimes the divine gets sick of somebody's shit and he's not learning his lessons. But we're going to get into it. I know that you're sad about the situation, and this is my disclaimer. This is the Five of Cups, which is sad, melancholy, regret. This is my disclaimer. I'm a very empathic person, right? And sometimes I feel like it's hard when I do these readings, because these are like the short to the point readings. So I always give a disclaimer of like big hugs and sending you a lot of love, because it's like how I could only, because I feel the energy that you're feeling and the things you're going through. I'm tapping into it. So I can feel this, the intensity of it and how deeply you feel this. But I'm also a human, so to convey those emotions in words in such a short period of time is very difficult. So because these are like 2-question readings that are like to the point, you can perceive me being very cold and callous and like really straightforward, and it could be very harsh, because and I want to apologize for that, because I feel your feelings. And it's like hard to convey the amount of energy and feeling in like 20-minute form, or however long this ends up being, you know, like just like to the point like that. It sounds like I don't care, but I do. And it's so hard to say like, yeah, move on. And meanwhile, you're talking about years of like, of what that's going to cause, an emotional, pain. And so I'm not trying to discount that. There's a lot more to it. But again, like, since these are to the point readings, I'm giving you to the point answers, but I want you to know that I care. I want to know, I'm going to just, what's up? Where is the Magician in reverse? And see, it's like the Magician in reverse and the Star in reverse is, the Magician in reverse could be is someone that's easily manipulated and someone that's being manipulative, saying, that they want something or they want a connection with you, but then there's the Ten of Cups in reverse, which is like everything's coming out in reverse, like it's not panning out. And it comes from the Star in reverse, the lack of healing. There's an inner battle that this person is battling, and they are not doing the work that they say they're going to. They're not doing what they need to do to make this happen. So this might be one of those situations, honestly, where like nothing, the possibility, it's like you're meant to be together. Because the Lover's card is here, which is the soul connection. But this is one of those situations, honestly. See, there's horns all over her face here. There's devil horns, like devil energy, where nothing's going to change if you're not the Queen of Swords. Nothing's going to change if you don't like walk away, if you don't move on. Because this person's not learning their lesson. If you even want any kind of opportunity of being with him, it's not going to be by dealing with this. Like it's either time for a relationship or you got to move on. This person kind of is taking advantage of the comfort that they have with you, of not doing what they need to do. And it's time. What's going on between this person and Josh? Just tell me, like what's the deal? Why am I getting, okay, so you're losing, and I don't even read reversals, but the way that it comes out is coming out. The Page of Cups in reverse is somebody always like, it's manipulative energy, but in the sense of like saying that something, giving you some kind of hope that something's going to end up committed, and then it doesn't. And it's devil energy. This person's deep stuck in their shadow. Okay? This says desire, obsession, fear, and shadow. What's going on with Josh right now? Why is Josh not making this a commitment? That's what I want to know. Okay, does Josh suffer from some kind of depression or some kind of mental illness or something like that? Because every time I ask about him, I get the Five of Cups, which is like loss. Okay, and look at the Five of Pentacles again. He suffers from something, very deep insecurities. The Five of Pentacles is struggle, hardship, loss, hardship, loss. It says struggle, hardship, loss, over and over again. It says that this one has words on it. The Five of Pentacles is the energy of being left out in the cold. It's also the energy of lack. Okay, like deep down, they don't feel worthy of a connection. Okay, deep down, like they always are looking for a change or looking to better their finances, but something stops them from doing what they got to do, and they have like a deep melancholy about them. Okay, I'm not sure what it is, whether it's from childhood. They need to go on a deep healing journey. The problem is that you being there just waiting and waiting and waiting is not going to make anything happen for them either, or you, because this person is stuck in a very deep lack mentality. And it's because you might have said, is it me? Are you talking about me or him? No, I'm talking about him. That's the Emperor. Okay, and that keeps you in this Nine of Swords energy, this anxiety, overthinking. But then what's hard is that there's absolutely love here. This is a soul connection, you know? So this is not a question about whether or not there's love here. This is a question about whether or not it's healthy. And this person is not going to make it a partnership or a commitment unless literally, look, you walk away, 8 of Cups, so that there could be healing. And then there will be an opportunity somewhere down in the future, like not now, of this turning into a union. That's what I see here. And this is not about games. It's not about games. A lot of people can say, oh, that's a game, saying, oh, well, that's a threat. If you don't do this now, I'm leaving. No, this is just the law of life. You're keeping yourself stuck and putting the burdens of this person on yourself. This person, Josh has to reach a level of rock bottom on his own and lose you, because he feels like you're always there, and therefore it blocks his healing and it blocks his ability to have a connection in general. He's genuinely the kind of person that is not going to change anything until he loses things. And it's unfortunate, but it comes from his own wounds. So you have to say, and I always find this card interesting in this deck. This deck, the Wandering Tarot, the Wandering Star Tarot, it's called, by Kat Pierce, in case you're wondering. It has a yes and a no card. The no card here says the creator. It's called the creator. So, and I always find that interesting, because it's usually when you create something, that means yes, right? But this is the no card. So what I get from it is in order to create the environment for this to actually possibly pan out and turn into a connection in the future, in order to create this, you have to say no to the energy that he's allowing you guys to be in right now. And that's you have to have self-worth and say, I'm not putting up for this. I'm sorry, but I do want a committed relationship. And you know what he's going to do? He's going to agree with you, and it's going to hurt and all of that. You need to move on. You need to date other people, whatever. There's going to be a moment. You have to let it literally end. 10 of Swords. And then in the future, I saw the 6 of Cups. I didn't physically see it. I just channeled it though. He is going to reach a point where he's going to come back to you. Okay? Free will, but I see that, because he's not going to find anyone like you, but you can't be there. I know it's hard to want to let him go. Okay? But you might even have to date people in between. That's what I'm getting. And I know that what's going to happen, honestly, but they also show me what you're going to do. You're not going to take this advice. You're probably laughing it's hard. You're probably not going to take this advice. The divine is saying. They're telling you what needs to happen, but you have free will. Because it's part of your karmic lesson, or not. If you have the strength to do this, you're putting up with way too much shit, and he has no reason to commit to you. And you know what's happening now, and it's for the benefit of both of you, because you're just resenting him with time, and it's going to get to a point where it's just going to be terrible. Okay? Tell me, what's going to be, what's up with him right now? Look, see, there's some kind of, you're resenting. Look what's poking out by itself here, of course. All right? You're starting to resent him, starting to have pain. Eventually, you will get out of this stuck behavior, him too. He'll come back. There will be some kind of reconciliation. Okay? And there's going to be closing out to these cycles. Not until you literally cause death in this person. Not physically, obviously, you know what I mean. Death to the emperor. You got to actually walk away and do you. He has to see you with someone else. He has to see. He has to see you end it. He has to feel the anxiety to then come back and balance this out and create the 2 of Cups, which is a union. And I know it sounds like a game. No, it's not, honey. It's you learning how to value yourself. Because some people, and it's not that he's not an extraterrestrial. This is part of human nature. Until some people, until shit hits the fan, they don't get anything done. And it's part of their own trauma. And why would you do anything if you're comfortable? It's like people who live, living on mama's couch until you're 35. You know how many people, if they didn't have the social pressure to say, hey, that's inappropriate, nobody's going to want to be with you if you're sleeping on your mom's couch at 35 and your mom's paying all your bills. If there was no social pressure for that, like not being okay, I mean, if you have to have, help, that's not what I'm talking about, but the people that take advantage of these situations, people would, look, Six of Cups reconciliation, people would just do that, right? Like people will push people as far as they can go, is what I'm trying to say. To avoid looking at themselves and doing the work. Excuse me. That's what I do is like I put them in randomly and then I shuffle. So like so then they're mixed in for the next group. Because between doing it like this and shuffling, it's properly mixed in. Let's get a message here for salty rays from the angels. See what we got for you. Honestly, they want me to read both, and that's perfect. Page 266 and 267. Appreciate your holy self-worth. 267. Enjoy your sacred quiet time. I mean, that alone, that title alone is confirmation of everything we just talked about. 100%. I don't even know what it says because I don't remember ever reading this one. I mean, I have at some point read all of them, but I don't remember. It's a lot. Okay. Appreciate your holy self-worth. You're worthy of everything because you're a holy extension of the divine. Everything within heaven is beautiful, fruitful, and blessed. Therefore, you share these qualities with all your brothers and sisters. Today, know that you deserve the best, just as everyone does. When you let yourself live beautifully, you're a portrait of heaven on earth, and you inspire others with your joy and success. Allow your light to shine brightly today as your gift to the world. Thought for today, I am very worthy. I deserve good in my life, and it's safe for me to receive. My success inspires others. Kid you not, that is the message. It's your self-worth. You have to feel worthy enough to be like, I'm too worthy for being here and putting up with this crap. Okay? You asked if you can trust him. No, don't, because he keeps promising you things, etc., but he's not doing what he has to do. So that's the answer to that. So you have to be a living extension of the divine, and again, it says, know that you deserve the best like everyone else. You deserve a relationship. You deserve not to be in this situation, right? So then you can inspire and do so happily that you love yourself enough to not be in this situation. So you will eventually inspire others with your joy and success is what I'm saying, is that this is actually a divine connection. But by you walking away, you'll be able to inspire him to step up, to give you good in your life. And you'll do so in the meantime. You could date other people if you want to, or you could just enjoy quiet time. But hold on to your self-worth. 267, enjoy your sacred quiet time. Today, we angels would like to suggest that you create some quiet time to allow your mind and body to fully unwind and relax. Even 5 minutes spent in silence will nurture and revive your soul and spirit. During this sacred time, turn off your phone, radio, television, and such. Sink into the quiet without trying to control your thoughts, emotions, or body. In other words, just be. The moment, I didn't say that, it says that. Like, in other words, just be, it says that. Sorry, it was just the way that I read it sounded like it was, because I am reading it, so it sounds like me. Whatever. Next, the moments that you spend alone in silence are a gift that you give to yourself. Your inner self thanks you for your nurturing care. Thought for today. I invest in myself by spending time in silence. I love quieting my mind and enjoying the sweet sound of tranquility. My mind, body, and emotions are peaceful as I retreat into the sacred space of silence. I actually want one more for you. 222, that's an angel number. Ask us for help. Periodically, we angels will remind you that we're always available to help you with everything, but we could only do so if you ask us to. We respect your free will to make decisions and work out any problems on your own. Yet if you ever feel as if you need some assistance, don't forget that we're here. They just wanted to throw that in there for you. Thought for today, I remember to ask my angels for help. They want to aid me with everything, large or small. I simply need to have the thoughts and they immediately go to work on my behalf. They're always with me, ready to support me. You know why this is coming up? Because I did get the energy that like, you might not take this advice and they want to help you. All right, I hope that this resonated. You don't have to comment down below if you don't want to. I respect everyone's privacy and I always put it out there if you want to. I would love to hear your feedback, but it's not an obligation and I'm not offended if you don't want to because I respect everybody. You know, I'm not offended by it. I just respect everyone's privacy. And I also am thinking of, I'm telling everyone, I'm thinking of possibly offering these monthly. I'm thinking about it. It might, you know, it's a big help for me. I got to keep it real because YouTube's like basically demonetizing everybody that doesn't do YouTube shorts. And it's hard to live out here, like in life in general. And it's also a beautiful way to give back to the collective. So, you know, like I feel like I'm stuck on my journey. Like my purpose is to serve others and share the messages of the divine. And this actually allows me to do that. While also allowing myself to receive abundance and, you know, and vice versa. And I like this way of doing it, these short form. You know, I used to offer like full readings, which are very expensive. And these are short form, yeah, but they're also collective. So, you know, it helps everyone. So I'm thinking of continuing to offer them. I don't know. So like continuously. So if you see me post about it, and you want another reading, look out for it and I'd love to read for you again. All right, sending love. Hi, okay, so next we have Autumn. Let's go ahead and go on with Autumn. Thank you so much for booking with me. I'm so excited to read for you. I'm telling you, you made me giggle, even though there's nothing funny about your situation. But when I read your second question, what on earth do I do about my mother-in-law? The first thing that came to my mind was, that sounds like a funny TV show name or title or whatever you want to call it. That sounds like a funny book title even. What on earth do I do about my mother-in-law? That could be writing material right there. Okay. If you're into writing self-help, because there's something about your situation. I mean, regardless, all situations are divinely guided, but something all of the, but this goes with life in general, right? All of the hardship or confusion that you're experiencing, that you're experiencing right now is part of the birthing process. There's that. Okay, the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. So even though you feel like there's confusion in the air, everything is going exactly as planned, Autumn. Okay, everything is going exactly as planned. It's so interesting. I keep seeing this card poke out, and it's the card of you, of the High Priestess. Okay, my device just suddenly stopped, and that hasn't happened. Let me write that down, because I'm pieced. This video is very long, and I don't want to lose the beginning. Hold on. And the device, I don't want to like it get lost into, sometimes when I see like short videos, because I for each one I record a different video and then I piece them together. so I can organize it better, because it's a long video. I don't just like go straight through it. Sometimes when I see one that's like really short, like a minute or 2 minutes, I delete it thinking it's an accident or something. So I don't want to delete it. Wrote a note here. Yours is the only one where my device just suddenly stopped for absolutely no reason. Well, there must be a reason, but I don't see a reason. I didn't get a message. It's not dead. It hasn't lost. I still have battery power. I don't understand. So that to me is an omen of a blockage. But I was saying it's very interesting. The high priestess is your intuition. It's, it's the spirit world, but that's exactly what guided you to write your book. I find it interesting that it's placing so much emphasis on your book. Okay. And that's confirmation. The divine's here, and that's how they confirm their presence. Okay. So you are, this is very divinely guided. You are exactly on the right path. The Sun card is the happiest card in the deck. I want you to know that. So the fact that you're asking, the first question is your outlook on your book that you're writing and your career. And the first row of cards that we get is wish fulfillment. You literally holding a book. You literally holding your belly. Oh, because she's pregnant in this picture. It doesn't mean pregnancy. It means birthing new ideas. In such of, in your life, birthing a new experience. It's fertility. It's whatever you're creating actually being fertile, which is good. Next to the Sun card, which is the happiest card in the deck, means, and in this card, in this particular Sun card, there's a hand. And what do you do when you write a book? You type, right? You put a lot of physical labor into it, along with your creativity and your mind and divine inspiration. But, a lot of, I guess you can say, blood, sweat, and tears, right? But you see, it's manual labor. If there's any omen in the world to tell you that this is going to go fantastic, it's going to go fantastic. Another confirmation for that would be the Ace of Swords. Whenever I get the Ace of Swords, especially when it just like flies out like that, if the Ace of Swords flies out, look at this. Look at this. If the Ace of Swords flies out as I'm saying a message, it's a confirmation card. It's like the stamp of truth. It's the stamp of confirmation. The Ace of Swords says success, change, and decisions and actions. Okay? So this has success written all over it, especially since it was followed by the Eight of Pentacles, which is actual work. This deck in particular has words on it. The Eight of Pentacles in this deck says education, achievement, hard work, and results. Followed by the Ace of Wands, which is a brand new beginning. Passionately, what does this one say? Career beginnings and travel. So I don't know, but it doesn't have to, well, there's an omen of travel, especially, I don't know, I thought I saw the World's card. Now I don't see it. But it could be traveling, and now I saw the Chariot. So I don't know if you're thinking about, you didn't ask about moving. But if you're contemplating, like this wasn't even in your question, if you're contemplating a move, the divine is just guiding you to go somewhere else. And it's good. There's success written all over this. Or this is just meaning travel in your journey. When you write a book, it travels all over the world, doesn't it? It will land in the hands of a lot of people. Okay? The Chariot is forward movement towards success. It says journey, success, and progress. This is a beautiful set of cards. Anything else that you want to tell her about this? Wow. You're also going to become very financially abundant from it. So it's going to go fine. And anything that you invest in it is going to be returned to you. Okay? The Ten of Pentacles is the ultimate stop when it comes to money. It says here inheritance, family, and property. Okay, but since it's just, it's not just, this is also a union. Okay? You didn't ask about love, but, well, you did ask about family. So now this might be turning into that aspect of your questions, okay? It says inheritance, family, and property. Now I see why there's an omen of moving here. I'm starting to understand. I get it. So your book is a done deal. This is going to be great. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. The divine is extremely proud of you for your hard work, magician. You made this happen. So I know that you went through some blockages for quite some time, okay? And you allowed yourself to heal. I don't know if this book has anything to do with that, okay? And do it. And it's going to lead you to a lot of, wow, look, it's stability. And you're going to be doing, this is not going to be your first book. They encourage you to keep writing. The Queen of Pentacles in this deck, okay? His gray hair, okay? Like into the future, okay? Do not stop. You are opening a path that you don't even see coming. She's wearing a dress covered in pentacles. This is beautiful, okay? This is your calling. Now, I do see you, I'm not sure what you do for a career. They don't suggest you quit that as, you know, right now, right? You're exactly where you need to be. I don't suggest any particular changes right now. They do want you to know that your book is going to go very well and they want you to continue writing. That is, I said I saw the World's card, okay? And there it is. There's something about travel here. This could also be that, you know, you're going to be recognized around the world, literally, for your hard work. There's money all over this. Autumn. There's money all over this. Listen, what on earth do you do about your mother-in-law? Jeez. You didn't tell me any information about your mother-in-law, but I can see the divine wants you to be patient with her. She has a history of a lot of trauma. I'm getting, first and foremost. Because this just flew out like that. First of all, it's the Five of Pentacles, which is the energy of lack. It's somebody with a house upside down here. The Four of Wands is family, home, upside down, okay? So you need to be very careful allowing her influence in your connection, in your partnership, because you need to have boundaries. This is somebody that you can't expect to change. The divine wants you to, this is a very big lesson for you, okay? You didn't tell me if there's anything wrong. Like, for all I know, you're asking, you know, what to do about her because she's sick and you don't know whether or not to put her in a nursing home or something, or how to handle her situation. You didn't tell me what this is about. But what I'm picking up on is this woman has gone through a lot in her life, and could be somebody that can cause a lot of confusion and affect relationships and marriages. Because the Four of Wands is a union, okay? The Seven of Cups is confusion, fogged mirrors. The Five of Pentacles is the energy of lack. It's a house upside down, but there's devil horns all over it. So like, it comes from devil energy, which is a shadow. You got to be respectful though, you know, regardless. It's your mother-in-law. But there is a very toxic quality here. And what is this about? Wow! Jeez. Everything just fell. They're confirming I'm picking up on the energy. She's a very controlling person. But she's still your mother-in-law. Okay? The only person I'm assuming that you're married if she's your mother-in-law. It is his responsibility, unless you're in a same-sex connection, whoever you're married to, okay, to decide or handle your mother-in-law, not so much you. Okay? For whatever reason, I see that if you have too much involvement with your mother-in-law, if you allow her to get too much in your connection, things are going to go south very quickly. But there's something about, yeah, look, Tower moments. There's a lot of upheaval happening with her. Is this about property? Is she living with you? Is there some kind of talk of having her live with you? And you don't want that? I'm not sure what's going on, but what I do see, now we got the 10 of Cups that just flew upside down, which is a union. It says prosperity, joy, family, contentment in reverse. Like, if there was some kind of happiness in your family, your happiness is upside down. This tower card says destruction. Like, it's like a home being destroyed because of the control and the confusion. Of this mother-in-law. I don't know whether it's direct or indirect. And it could be direct or indirect. For example, even when I gave birth, I love my mother's the best. I love my mom. But my mom does too much, right? Like, she does too much. Like, when I gave birth, you don't want to hurt her feelings, but she goes out of her way to want to pay for everything and be in the middle, and things have to be this way and should be this way, and wants the best for my child, and it's great. And you know, but it got to a point where it was toxic, you know, because at the same time, she was getting in the way of me. I mean, I ended up separating anyway, but I'm sure that added to it too, right? That situation added to it too. You know, she's very codependent energy, so to say, right? And even though she means well when it comes from love, if you allow it to infiltrate your space, it does destroy relationships. Because it gets in the way of, like, it takes your power away. And the other person that you're connecting with, your husband, your wife, whoever, right? I don't know if it's something like that, but because this is somebody, I see a hand here, like, gripping onto the sword, like, even if they're bleeding, like, it hurts and they're holding on. And it's destroying a connection. It's destroying a home. There's a financial aspect to this because we did get the 10 of Pentacles here. This says inheritance, family, and property. And then we see the 5 of Pentacles, which is a loss, by the way. It's a loss, hardship. And then, like, crying crying pentacles. So I don't know if there's something along. See, now we have the devil. Something about property. Now we have the devil. Desire, obsession, fear, shadow. There's some kind of obsession. And, like, look. And with the Lovers in reverse. And it's destroying some kind of it could destroy a connection. Which is like a third party, like third wheeling. I don't know. And it says here, family, friends, joy, abundance, with the Lovers in reverse and the devil. That's kind of why I think I picked up on, like, my mother's energy too, where, like, my mom would be like the 3 of Cups, not to talk about myself, but they show me things as, like, to pick up on the energy, where it's like, you know, it is joy, it is abundance, it is family, you know, but there she is. You see the hand here? There's 2 little girls here, and then, like, the mom there, like, holding them both really tight, but you hold them too tight, it's actually the devil, and it actually stops you from being able to have, like, decent love connections because you're way too involved. You are way too involved, you know? And I don't even know if I make sense because, like I said, you didn't give me much information. You need to have a conversation with whoever you're with, kindly. Tell them that you need some kind of separation. See, the Eight of Swords, frustration, anxiety, trap. You have to be honest. Tell them that this is unhealthy. It's making you feel a certain kind of way. There's something about property. Listen, sometimes we're in situations, look, see, competition, debate, defense. If you're in a marriage and the person you're with is not seeing eye to eye with you about these things, maybe you can get some kind of counseling, help, you know, to get, look, like literally your connection. If you have a connection, it's going to turn around, because we have the Four of Wands in reverse here with the influence of this person. But then we have the Two of Cups, which is partnership, harmony, peace. Four of Wands is freedom. It says creativity, union, freedom, happiness. Star card, healing. So whatever's going on is going to be healed. If you need help from like a third party, like a couples counselor or something, that's fine, to help guide you to what you should do. Because this is kind of like a slippery slope. But you see how there's like a lot of influence of like third parties, like third person, and then here it's all just like a couple, a relationship. Are you with, you call her your mother-in-law, are you having issues? Are you in separation even from the person you're with because of the situation? I'm not sure exactly what it is, because I see like a lot of everything's like upside down, but then everything kind of turns around. All right? There's nothing wrong with couples counseling, you know, or something like that, to give different perspectives to both people. Because this person, I feel like whoever you're with grew up with your mother-in-law in the same controlling fashion. So they have a hard time seeing that this is a problem too. Sometimes we cannot, there is an element of like home here. Sometimes we have no choice but to live with these people, right? And if that's the case, you can still make that work. You just have to work. You just have to learn how to set boundaries, because otherwise she will destroy what you have built. I have to be honest. This person's not going to change. Yeah, see, Five of Swords, upheaval, conflict, loss. This person's not going to change, because again, it's just it's their foundation. Too old to change, to be honest. See, if you don't take steps to develop some kind of healthy boundary, even with the help of somebody, this is a walking away. Things are, you're gonna have issues. And if she needs to live with you, if that's the case, don't be afraid of that. You just, again, have to be very clear on boundary setting. And so to keep things balanced, give, receive. And I'm just channeling. I have no idea what this is about. All right, I hope this made sense. Autumn. Queen of Wands. Jeez, it's a woman with dark energy and just 3 sets of boobs. So it could be that overbearing example I gave you. Like, do you really need 3 sets of boobs? Like over lactating, you know? Telling you. You got to nip that in the bud. You got to create boundaries off the, and I have a feeling you need to maybe seek somebody to help you with that. Like counseling or something. I'm going to read you, and I hope this made sense. You don't have to comment down below if you don't want to. I never obligate, and I don't get offended if you don't. Because everybody's entitled to their privacy, but if you want to, I'll read it. And I think I'm going to start offering these. I'm thinking about offering these monthly and starting to post on my channel more often as well. I'm trying to make changes and get things going. And I think this is a good addition to my channel. I'm going to post a video about that though. So if you want to book in the future, look out for that, because I'm going to post telling people how they can like book in advance and save their spots, etc. I'm going to get you a message from the angels directly to you. Hold on. That didn't feel right. Give me a message for Autumn. 3:14, enjoy unwavering faith. You already know the importance of staying filled with faith as far as manifestations and healings are concerned. We angels are here today to teach you some methods to gather and boost your power of belief. Faith is the ability to stay focused on love no matter what. trusting it to bring about wonderful solutions and miracles. This belief counts on love to provide all the answers. Distrust, on the other hand, is the opposite. It makes you believe that you have to do everything by yourself, and all things in life are won through struggling, worrying, and competing. Of the two feelings, which do you believe is happier and healthier? Remember that when you ask for a prayer to be answered, you can also request to have your faith elevated. Thought for today: I ask God and the angels to boost my ability to believe. I'm willing to trust love to meet all my needs. I now choose the peaceful life of one who is filled with faith. That's what you need. Love and light. Hi, Alexis. I'm so happy to read for you. Alexis, I read your comment on the booking page. I'm not sure what that's about. I believe you. I'm going to look into it. I'm going to email you personally, but I'm excited to do your reading today. I believe that there was some kind of confusion. I'll be getting back to you. Listen, what the heck is this energy that I'm feeling? Okay, I'm going to read the question. Here we go. The question is, questions. Number one, how does Kay feel about me or our connection? And number two, is he done with the serial damn third parties? No, he's not done with no third parties. No, he's not. He is. I gotta keep it honest, okay? He has self-sabotaging tendencies, okay? Look at the image. This King of Swords here knows exactly what he's doing wrong. I'm gonna label him the King of Swords. Stabbing himself in the heart. He causes his own issues. It's almost like a compulsion that he has. See all this red energy? This is devil energy. This whole having, cheating, third parties, all of that, that is devil energy. At the end of the day, that is rooted in double energy. That is rooted in as actual, like, all sorts of issues. Abandonment issues, the need for validation. Anytime that you can't control a bodily desire, okay, or an urge, that you constantly need to have third parties in the mix. So even if it's just emotional, spiritual, it doesn't matter. There is something unsettled within you. And if you're connected to your divinity, you don't have these issues. Okay? And he's disconnected from his divinity. That is why, see, the rainbow represents the angels and the divinity, which is behind him, but he's blindfolded. You could see that where his eyes are, it's red underneath it. So what he actually sees is just the temptation of the devil. And he doesn't even realize that he's causing himself pain. He's a self-destructive person. Okay? The King of Swords can also be very manipulative. You know what I'm getting though? The King of Swords and the Queen of Swords in tarot are the only pair in the deck, okay, that are single. There was a card flipped upside down here, and I don't know where it is. There's two. It's actually, of course, the Seven of Swords and the Queen of Cups. I'm gonna put it back, but the Queen of Cups is somebody that's giving a lot, which is you. So somebody being deceptive, Seven of Swords. The King and the Queen of Swords are the only pair, the divorcees of tarot, the only pair that are single. You see, usually people that have these issues have some kind of a mother wound, and I'm just picking that up, okay? I don't know if he's had issues with his mother growing up, okay? but he's very disconnected from his higher self and has a lot of unhealthy patterns. The divine's actually trying to protect you from. You know, this is gonna have to be a lesson for you. Like, what about you makes you feel okay with even being associated? I said it was a karmic lesson. There's the Wheel of Fortune, Three of Swords. See? Three of Swords is the heartbreak. Three of Swords is also indicative of the third parties. It's like the divine's taking the words out of my mouth as I'm saying, ow, I just hurt myself badly. I actually did. But that's an omen. I literally just said out loud, ow, I just hurt myself badly. Like literally hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself too. As I was saying, this is all a karmic lesson. Like even allowing yourself to be in this kind of situation where there's always third parties is a karmic lesson. Wheel of Fortune with the Three of Swords, which is third party. Heartbreak, sorrow. The Wheel of Fortune is a card that signifies karma. Now, this King of Swords is forming into your, this is morphing into signifying your energy. You don't realize that you're hurting yourself being with this situation. It's really hard. Okay, you have to separate, you have to figure out what a love connection is versus what is attachment. I'm not saying that you guys don't love each other. I'm not saying that there is no love here. This person absolutely cares about you, loves you. But I feel like this is not somebody that has the capacity, see, moon is deception, look, to change this behavior. I have to keep it real. And I always apologize when I do these readings because it's like, I have so much empathy for everyone, and I want you to know that I empathize with your situation. But there's like a harshness that comes with reading such an intense, like picking up on such intense energy, right? Which I'm picking up on right now. And like if this was like a full reading, I can sit down and like talk you through it, etc. But because these are 2 questions and to the point, it's like how can you, like it's hard, like I'm feeling the energy. I know what you're going through. I want to give you a big hug right now. But it's hard to put that in words in such a short reading. So then the words that I use to tell you the answer to your question can come off really harsh and like it's so simple, you know? And I know it's not so simple. And I know that it's just coming out harsh. So don't take it personally. Just don't know another way to answer this quickly. But your karmic lesson with the 8 of Cups, which is walking away, is to walk away from the situation. What does it take to walk away from the situation? It means knowing your worth. It means knowing that you can love somebody and care for someone, but knowing that you're worth not being in a situation with third parties. Okay? See, the Moon card is the subconscious mind. So what drives this person to engage in third-party situations is something so deep in the subconscious that even though their conscious mind wants to stop being a part of all of the things that they're a part of, they always have a drive that pushes them towards it anyway. And this person's blind to it. And now I've said this on my channel many times, the subconscious mind actually dictates 95% of your actions. Only 5% of the actions that we take on this planet as human beings is a conscious decision. Isn't that crazy when you think about it? Like, it's crazy. 5%, do you know how little that is? So like your reality, your consciousness, what you're aware of, like your freaking existence is only 5%. But the real reality is that 95% is what's actually driving you. That's the real reality, and then we're not even awake to it. That is so trippy when you think about it. The Sun card signifies the conscious mind, and the Moon card signifies the subconscious mind. So the fact that the Moon card is here, it's like the driving force, what's hidden. Usually the things that are programmed from childhood, etc., all of that stored, all those stored programs, I know that it's his subconscious mind because it's underneath the card of the King of Swords where he's blindfolded to it. So he's also blindfolded as to why he's self-destructive. He's blindfolded to it. And I don't particularly see him learning his lesson. What I actually see is him walking away, 8 of Cups, from this karmic lesson. But then I see you constantly wanting to mend the situation. See that 3 of Swords, the apple with the 3 swords, but you're still trying to put a bandage over it? She can't put a band-aid over something this deep. Now you have to ask yourself why. I know that you love this person, and I know that but there's something about you that is making it very difficult to let go of somebody that is serially in third-party situations. Whereas, like, what's the difference between you and the person that easily would be like, hell no, and is completely turned off by someone that's in third parties all the time? What's the difference? What's missing? Is it a lack of self-worth? It's something in your subconscious. What the subconscious programming that leads him to be self-destructive is you actually have a very similar subconscious programming, but your form of self-destruction is connecting with people that mirror that kind of self-destructive behavior in different forms and then allow you to be self-destructive. So I would encourage maybe going to seeing a therapist or something about that. How does he feel about you? He loves you, but he's not capable, I don't think, of forming an honest connection. Now you have to ask yourself what kind of connection you're trying to form, but you're going to form a connection as deep as the connection you have with yourself. And if you're allowing yourself to be in this situation, then there's something in you that you need to talk about, that you need to heal in your subconscious. Like, why do you think that it's that you deserve this? You don't. There's more to life than dealing with this shit. And I know, again, it sounds really harsh. It's easier said than done. But if it's really hard, that's how you know it's that it's a trauma bond, that there's a subconscious pull towards dealing with this in the first place. You see, and I'm seeing the judgment means like judgment day. He's bringing judgment to a situation, like seeing all the baggage, wanting to clear out all the things that allow you to be in the situation, and him too. But you notice that this deck, even in the judgment card, the person bringing judgment is blindfolded. And nobody even knows what the driving force of this heartbreak is. So how does he feel about your connection? He's in a constant like push and pull with himself. But that's reflected in his life in general. Like, he cares about you. Right? He wants more with you. But he's not ready to make anything really serious or make any serious changes. And it's going to be like that with him for a while. I personally see you. Yeah, see, five of Wands. I personally, which is conflict. I personally see you meeting somebody else, moving on, Chariot. This situation is going to cause you a lot of anxiety, 9 of Swords. It's going to cause you a lot of feelings of lack. I feel like this situation really, it requires a lot of healing from you to be able to move on from this situation and be able to choose things that are healthier for you, because this is not healthy. This is a reflection. The divine put you here, though, so that it can highlight things about yourself that need to be healed. But yes, if he tells you, look, as I said that, if he tells you that there's no third parties right now, that's not true. Because the Lover's card is here. And again, this particular Lover's card it's like one body with 2 heads. Like 2 people. Like talking to you, talking to them, talking to you, talking to another person. You know. And I'm sorry that it sounds harsh, but I really think that this is just more a reflection of things you need to heal. This is a big karmic lesson. Literally, Wheel of Fortune, Big karmic lesson. This one says karma and destiny. You're destined to have so much more than this. But you're just going to meet somebody that's going to put you in the same exact situation over and over again until you go to a therapist and figure out why. See, because you have an energy of lack. There it is. Here is, okay. The Four of Swords, this one is rest, recovery, quiet. It says rest, recovery, quiet. This is the card of meditation, going within, asking the angels for help, seeking a therapist, trying to delve deep into your subconscious mind, because what your subconscious programming is doing, there is a feeling inside of you, okay, of struggle. It's a struggle, hardship, loss. Like you've lost things in the past. It's a lack mentality. It's lack of worthiness. That's why it's the Five of Pentacles. And then so you attract people like this. I gotta keep it real. So yeah, though this person might care, they don't care about themselves enough to care about you the way you deserve to be cared about. And you need to care about yourself a little bit more. And I'm so sorry if that sounded harsh, but I have to tell you what I see. I'm going to read a message, Alexis, for you from the Doreen Virtue book. One second. $2.99. Feed your heart. You get. You may wonder how to satisfy your desire for more fulfillment and meaning in your life. Sometimes these spiritual and emotional longings are confused with physical cravings for food or other substances. They have similar roots, as they're all a signal that your heart is in need of love. Today, feed your core with the emotional nutrient that it craves. Gently talk to your heart, reassuring it and asking it to open up to the love that continuously encompasses you. Ask it to trust that you will protect it with the help of us angels. Nourish yourself with extra doses of caring and compassion, and understand why your heart may have closed up out of a well-meaning desire to protect itself. Feed yourself with fun, friendship, sunsets, and the fragrance of flowers today. As you care for your heart, you're able to feel the pleasures of giving and receiving love. Thought for today: I nurture my heart and I am compassionate towards myself. I reassure it, gently promising to honor my intuitive guidance in every relationship. My angels protect me in all ways. That's what I'm saying. It's like you don't even realize. I feel like by dealing with this kind of situation, it's because you blocked your heart from actually feel like, you know, from love, from true, the love that you deserve. All right. I hope that this reading made sense. I'm letting everybody know that I read for it. I might be offering these readings. I like the way that it's going. I feel like it's a good way. It helps me. It helps you guys. It helps me fulfill my divine purpose, sharing messages. So look out for an announcement video. I am thinking about possibly offering these monthly on a very limited basis. I think they're really cool, really fun addition to my channel, in addition to wanting to post more on the actual main channel as well. I'm just trying to make some changes, keep the energy flowing. So in that case, if you decide that you want to book again, look out for that. All right, Alexis, love and light. Big hugs, and I hope everything works out for you. I am not offended if you can't comment down below, but if you want to, you can. All right, who's next? Next we have Aden. Aden. I'm not going to say your last name because that's private. I almost did. Aden. Okay, Aden reads, it reads here from Aden, I wrote it down. Am I currently on the right path being a digital nomad and traveling the world? Well, you're never on the wrong path. I'll tell you that for sure. If the divine led you to that path, then that's the path that you're supposed to be on. But I know what you mean. You're missing something. Number 2, what will happen in my love life within a year? I find that interesting that you say within a year. It's almost like you don't want to know. What about 2? What about 3? What about 4? Does that scare you in any way? Are you afraid of knowing? Why does it have to be limited to 1 year? Right? Let's think about long term. Because that's who you're meeting. Somebody for long term. Long. So if you ever had any kind of feeling in your mind recently that you're going to die alone or something like that, that's not true. That's you're going to meet someone that's just like you. As I said, but look what's here. It's on the 10 of Cups. Prosperity, joy, family, contentment. This is a union card. Just like you. Just the 2 of us. You and I. I don't know where that song came from, but I got that song. Are you on the right path being a digital nomad and traveling the world? You are never... You see, now I'm picking this up. You're having a moment in your journey right now where you're starting to doubt that you've taken the right steps. That you've... Yikes, what just fell? That you've taken the right steps, that you've gone the right path. You're wondering if what you've done is selfish or if you should have stayed behind with some people. You started off excited, thinking you were going to find something, but I'm not sure you found what you were looking for, right? You learned a lot, you've seen a lot, but there's still something missing. See, the 9 of Swords is anxiety, worry. It says anxiety, overthinking at night. It's kind of the energy of life. I thought that what I wanted was freedom, right? So I'm a nomad. I'm traveling the world. Who doesn't want that? That's like 90% of the population's dream. I'm doing all of this. I thought this freedom was going to help me find myself, but then I find myself wondering if I'm going to find love and feeling that there's something missing anyway. So how could I travel the world, see so many cultures, so many things, you know, work on my creative endeavors and connect with so many energies, and I still feel so disconnected from myself? That's the energy that I'm picking up on. Because in the same way we travel the world, what are you searching for when you travel though? Are you searching for something or are you exploring? There's a difference. Are you searching for something or are you exploring? Or are you exploring, but you're actually searching for something without even recognizing that you're actually in search of something? Thinking you're just exploring. That's why you always feel like you're missing something, because you haven't quite figured out what it is that your body is longing for. What your body is longing for is love. And you're running away from something too. You're not on the wrong path. You're supposed to be exactly where you are. This is an experience that a lot of people don't have, that you can't recreate. It's opened a lot of doors for you. And it's led you exactly to this moment where you're here asking me this question, which will lead you towards another path. And it'll maybe just open a door just a little bit more to, you know, another avenue of self-discovery. And that's exactly where you're supposed to be. That's why you went down this path anyway. If you didn't go down this path, you would not have reached the level of growth that you have reached thus far. So don't change what you're doing. I actually feel like you're going to meet somebody that's going to be on the same path as you. Okay? And you are meant to cross paths. I do feel like this person's foreign though. Right? Because I just like heard a voice with like an accent. What does that mean? We all have an accent, but when I say an accent, I mean one that is different than yours. Like mine is probably different than yours. Right? Whatever that means. What are you anxious about? Let's go in more. I also get a little bit of an escapism energy. It's almost like you feel like if you just leave places, problems are going to disappear. In a way. But they never really do. They kind of just grow. Like if only I just do this or do that or go here or go there. You get like a burst of endorphins and dopamine, and then you're back to the same feeling. Could it be? Let's see. What are you trying to say with this Nine of Swords? The Divine's been trying to speak to you a lot. You need to call on your angels a little bit more. And don't be embarrassed about asking them for a lot of stuff, even material things. Because you might be, sometimes you might be, see, a lot of people mistake, right? Like, we don't call on our angels enough, right? Like, they are literally here to help us. It's not devilish to say, it's not devilish to ask them, I need money. Help me find this money. Right? That is what I'm getting from the King of Pentacles with the pentacle and we're in the demon suit, because we've been almost like trained to have this lack mentality. But no, you want that house, you want that stability, you want that money, ask the angels like, hey, guide me to, how can I make this? What do I do? And they will show you how to do that. The King of Pentacles and the Three of Cups in the future shows me I don't know if in the past you've had some kind of concern financially one way or another, or you've been thinking that, it's either you've had, because it's similar energy, even if it manifests in the physical realm differently. The energy is either manifesting as you've gotten all the money that you needed, but you're realizing that was just devil energy. It doesn't really bring your happiness. Like you have this big pentacle with that tear on it, you're still not fulfilled. Or it's the fact that you've actually had financial issues, that's why it has a tear on it, right? And it's causing you concern. But Divine wants you to call on them. They're going to give you ideas of what to do. Whatever it is, this star, you didn't ask me about career. You didn't ask me about anything like that. I don't think you did, no. But something's about to take off and grow out of nowhere. Something that you attempted at least 3 times. It's like you started it maybe 3 years ago, and it like grew a little bit, but now it's about to flourish. Okay? Especially in the next 3 months. You got to let go of this worry and have a little bit more faith though. So yeah, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. There's a need to I'm not sure what you mean by digital nomad. Do you take pictures? Are you a photographer? Because I just see you doing something online. But you could do something a little bit more. Okay, because there's something creative that's going to go very well for you out of nowhere. See? Wheel of Fortune. Even if you've had conflict. What's worrying this person? I said even if you had conflict, there's the conflict. What's worrying you is at the end, did you have a relationship that didn't go well? Now we have the Empress in reverse. It could be somebody that was using at some point there was somebody in your life that used their emotions to manipulate you. It could have been your own mother. Okay? Or there has been somebody in your life on feminine energy. And things didn't really grow as planned. If anything, there's some kind of betrayal, some kind of harsh ending. Maybe it was what led you to become a nomad in the first place. It was this. Because I'm just getting like a feeling of escapism. Okay? As much as this is awesome. Okay? And this is confirmation of that because there's the Eight of Cups, which is walking away. Fool card, I'm having a new beginning. I'm just leaving. There you are, being a nomad. That's what the Fool card is. Like, it's you going on a journey. After something ended, you just like up and left, you know, with all the courage that you had. You know, I'm getting the image of like, it's my favorite movie. One of my favorite movies of all time is Forrest Gump. Because I've watched it so many times and I get something else out of it, like every time I watch it. You know the part where he's just running and then he's like, I've been running, I don't know the exact line, but he's like, I've been running for 2 years, whatever days, however months, however days, how many weeks, and such hours. And then he just stops, you know, and then his beard grew really long. And everyone's like, why did you stop running? Like all of a sudden, and I think, and then he just like said something like, it was just like, I'm tired. I think I'll go home now. I forgot. I've watched it so many times. I don't know why I'm blanking. Like I should know the words of this movie, like by the palm of my, like, you know, like the palm of my hand. But that's usually what happens when you do these readings after a while. Like my short-term memory, I can't really access right now. But I'm just getting that kind of vibe. Like it's great what you're doing. There's nothing that you're doing that's wrong. You are on the right path, but there is a level of escapism to it. Okay? Seriously. And it's time that you conquer whatever demon this is before it swallows you whole, which is what I see with that Strength card. It's your inner child you have to conquer. Yes, and when you do that, when you realize this, and hopefully this makes sense to you, when you realize this, here the divine is giving you this 10 of Cups, which came out in the beginning. What's the 10 of Cups? A union. You're meeting someone, or there's somebody. Is this somebody from the past? There's a 10 of Cups again that we talked about. Okay? I do see a relationship this year forming. But you gotta get out of a self-deception that it's never gonna work. Because there is a big element, okay, I don't know, you didn't mention anybody from the past. You didn't. But the 6 of Cups is on this table, which is reconciliation with someone from the past. Okay? This card says harmony, childhood, reconciliation. So one of two things. You're either reconciling with someone from the past. If it's someone from the past that you're thinking about, you just didn't mention them to me specifically and you just wanted the extra confirmation, and I'm just letting you know right now. Otherwise, it's just both things, when you heal your inner child and you realize these things, because there's a need on this journey right now as the digital nomad self. Everything's going to become more abundant for you out of nowhere. Your finances, your business, whatever you're doing creatively, your everything, including love. Because you're escaping from something that you really want. You might be saying you're a nomad, whatever, but you deep down inside, you do want to create a family. You do want to have that person. You do want to settle down. You know? So you have to also make space for that, because again, there is a part of you that is escaping dealing with the source of emotional unavailability that you do have. Because you do have a degree of emotional unavailability. Use whatever excuse you want. I don't know why I keep getting like, if there's someone from the past, like they're in need of you pouring out your emotions to them. See, now I just said that. Look, and now I have the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak. There was like the Eight of Swords and self-imposed imprisonment of the mind. A lot of things unsaid. Two of Cups, partnership. If this is someone from the past, whether this is the person you're going to end up with and come back together with or not, there needs to be a conversation with this person. You have to approach them. You need to speak to them. You need to tell them how you feel. If they've been on your mind a lot. You never mentioned anyone from the past, but it's just coming up. Or this is part of what needs to be healed so that you can allow space for this new connection. But there is a connection that's forming this year. Okay? To be completely honest, they did emphasize like the fact that you didn't want to see beyond this year. And it's interesting because I don't really see, which is a yes on card, but I don't really see it like really going to its full potential until like 2 years, you know? But there is going to be a change, especially around November of this year. Remember that. All right, I hope this made sense to you. I'm going to read a message from the Doreen Virtue Angel book that I've been paying a message for everybody. 1 second. Let's see what we got for Aden. Let's see what we got for Aden. Hold on. No, yeah. Practice non-judgment. Page 130. Judgment is the action of using words to divide things into categories. It's your ego's method of simplification. Your higher self, in contrast, uses discernment, which involves adhering to feelings of attraction or repulsion towards the energies of a person, item, or situation. Judgment says, this is bad, or this is good, while discernment states, I'm drawn to this situation, or these circumstances don't appeal to me. One divides and separates, while the other works with the law of attraction. Today, practice non-judgment in every situation and relationship. Allow others to be themselves and act differently. Allow others to be themselves and to act differently from you. Be gentle in your thoughts and view yourself through the lens of compassion. Honor the feelings that pull you toward or push you away from various situations. This discernment will serve as your trustworthy mentor. Thought for today. I notice and honor my intuition. My feelings keep me safe in every way, since God and the angels speak to me through them. I know that made sense to you. Okay, it had to, because it goes hand in hand kind of with the energy that I was saying about escapism and like, you know, figuring out how to honor the feelings that pull you towards or push you away from various situations. All right, love and light to you. And big, big hug.